What's up, music lovers and music makers? I am the Cairo. We in Reason today. I'm on my MacBook Pro. Uh, so I'm limited. I don't have a P1, so you're going to see me doing a whole lot of mouse clicking. But bear with me. We're working off the Trigger Finger Pro. Hopefully y'all can see that. Hopefully I'm not zoomed into the camera too much. But we're working off of that because I'm going to go over some Combinator patches that I created. To give me an MPC 3000 type feel within reason. Some simple patches that I created. One uses the Nurse Rex, the other uses the NN Nano, and then one just basically uses just a basic compressor. And I have three of them. I have a DK1, a DK2, and a DK3. I mainly use the DK1 the most because it uses the Rex files and I can chop them up, pad them up on the on this TFP Trigger Finger Pro, and just kind of give me a feel. One thing that I wish that the Nurse Rex had that the Dr. Octorex has is the ability to edit or let's say manipulate just one slice at a time, where on the Nurse Rex, if I want to do some pitch control or anything like that, it actually controls the pitches of every sample slice that I have layer across the pads of the Combinator patch. And I'm going to bring up the Combinator patch, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a snapshot of that before I talk about that. But let me go ahead and bring up the different Combinator patches that I have so you can see. But today I just want to work off the DK1. So here's the DK1, and like I said, it uses the Nurse Rex. Let me just bring this up so you can get the full view. And so that's going to use your typical Rex files. Here's the two, and like I say, that one uses the NN Nano, and then you got your DK3, and that's just basic. But let's go back to the DK1. So now here's the problem with the TFP Trigger Finger Pro, is that it's not like the P1 or P4, P6, any one of those from Nectar. Where every time I bring up one of these items, I have to do the mapping override, so that the knobs, the faders, and the buttons queue up in order for me to be able to control each one of these. Where with the P1, it'll automatically sync up. So basically, what I'm saying, let me just go in here and do this real quick because I'm gonna do something. To let y'all get a feel of what I got popping off. Just hurry up and do that. And hopefully the Reason users, hopefully the Reason users know what I mean with the override mapping. So I'm not going to really do the buttons because I'm not going to use those today. I just want to affect the attack, a K, pitch, blah, 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 so you can see that. But like I say, all of these will work on my P1, but not on here. So basically, like I say, what this thing does is it, like I say, I have the screen for here, and so to give me the sound of an MPC 3000 based on vintage mode in the Akai software. The reason that I had to use the Akai software to accomplish this is because I did have an MPC 3000, but masculine tear down the left eye, it was stolen a couple of years back, man. And I wish, man, that when I had my old studio, I wish that when I started doing my setup at home, I would have brought that with me, man. But I kind of wanted to still have some software and I mean some equipment at the studio, man. But long story short, as to how I got up out of there, man, is sometimes people have access to the studio, man, and they take what they like, and never bring it back. And so that's what happened on that. And here I have a Renaissance. I jumped from the 3000 and got a 1000 and thought that was gonna kind of give me that same feel, but it didn't. So I jumped to the Renaissance, and that's how I got there. But so what I do with samples most of the time is this, and let me just hopefully I can do this. I'm working on one screen also, man. So let me try to find me a Rex file real quick. Hopefully I got one already cut up. Yeah, here's one. So this one's not chopped up or nothing, but I just want to show you guys how I can just do all my manipulation to it. I'll do another video where we can go through creating a song, but right now I don't want the video to be too long, so just going to show you how this thing works. And so I'll be moving to the side to give you a feel of how this thing affects everything. Give me one quick second. Let me take it off of mute. So now also give you another idea of what I do over here. So basically what I do is I still have to use my Mac Pro because I utilize my Digio 3 for my monitors, because everything goes through the Digio 3 mixing board by DigiDesign, and so I have everything going over through that. So it's like a lot that I have to have turned on in order to get my audio, because I don't want to, because this is mostly a mobile setup for my MacBook Pro, and I always take everything apart, so I just kind of still have my stagnant setup, which is the Mac Pro setup. So that's why you'll see me bouncing back and forth. So just trying to explain that, so don't think I'm tripping, don't think that I'm preoccupied, I'm just doing that. So that's why you see me bouncing back and forth. So anyway, like if you have your sample here, so you see how that works. And so like I said, I can do my pitch, control your level, you know, your volume, how you want that to work. And then how long you want it to ride out, your attack, all that. And so it's pretty dope. And what I like about this Trigger Finger Pro most of all, man, like I say, it's almost like having a little MPC, because it gives me of course it gives me the pads. You can get any type of pad setup you want. Kai has their setup of different pads. You know, I just have my preference for this because I had the Renaissance. I didn't want to get something to kind of eliminate my need to or my desire to want to use my Renaissance, where I can say, okay, well, I have the MPD series, so I don't need a Renaissance. I already had the Renaissance, so I needed to get something to kind of, you know, make it so I'll just have something extra versus something to take away from. And that's basically why most of my setup is how it is. Just like those who know I have the micro, I didn't get the studio because of the fact that I didn't want to eliminate my desire for the Renaissance, but I did like the Machina software and the you know, the sounds that Native Instruments provide. So I got something to just give me some, you know, to kind of pacify me as far as the sound goes. Same thing as far as the Trigger Finger. You know, I just wanted some pads, and the price was right. I got it from Guitar Center before it actually got discontinued. It's a very great product, man, but you know, things fall off the market here and there from time to time. It is what it is, just like my Digio 3. I still use that. Those are off the market, but if you got one, man, don't throw it away, because this is an awesome machine here. Same thing with my MPK 49. I love that to death, man. I know they got the 249s, but the MPK 49 is still dope. So we have our preferences on what we like, and you know, software, hardware, whatever it is, man. I was just fortunate enough to be able to have multiples of a lot of softwares, and the same thing with the hardwares that I have, man. And I was just blessed in that way. But like I say, I'll do another video of me creating a song on here, but I just kind of wanted to just show you how I set this up and what I use. Want to open this up real quick to kind of, and like I said, I didn't do too much, and some may be more advanced and wanting to get more of a different sound. Like if you want a SP1200 or a more legacy MPC like the 60 or the 62, you can do that. But the sound that I was able to create with the 3000, it came out pretty dope, man. And like I said, I did it. It took me a couple of hours to get it just right, but I did get it, and didn't do too much EQing on here, but I just did enough just to get my samples to come out gritty and grimy. And of course, you can always bypass if you want it to sound pretty. When I sample, I'm a hip hop producer, so of course I like my stuff to have a little grit and grime on it. But that's that. And you guys know I got the Rhythm Volume 1 drum kit. Got to pitch that in there, man. So if you want that, man, hit me up on that, man. It's in there, man. And that's this kit right here. So I got to throw those in there. Why not? But that's another thing, man. So I'm just plugging different stuff, but that's what these patches look like. And so all of that. But anyway, thank y'all for watching, stopping by, man. I am the Cairo. We are TMR. And have a good one, brother.